Hey, good morning. It's Edna Keep here live with Mindset Monday. And today I want to give you 5 action steps to reinvent yourself and manifest anything that you want. And remember, if you need my help to do some of the stuff that I'm teaching, reach out to me at edna@ednakeep.com. So, okay, what's first? First action step, decide what you want. Get really clear on what you want, and sometimes that's a bit of a process. Not everybody knows what they want. I've got an 18-year-old right now trying to figure out what she wants. Well, I've signed her up for a course that is called Discover Your Talents, and it is about figuring out what you're naturally good at. And then what you're interested in, so you can determine where you want to go from there. So deciding what you want is really huge. And then make sure that it's something you love, because you don't want to have to work at something you hate at the rest of your life. I know how many people I run across that got into technology because that was where the money is, and now they're programming every day and they absolutely hate it. It's stressful. It's going against their natural grain, which is maybe more social beings and stuff like that, to be stuck in the back room programming all day. I know something like that would absolutely drive me crazy. So if you can decide what you want, that's step number 1. That is a really big one. Okay, step number 2, determine what you need to believe in order to get what you want. Most of us have limiting beliefs. We have limiting beliefs that says, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve that kind of money. I know we were brought up with many limiting beliefs. And like I was telling some of you a story not too long ago, is that one of my brothers posted that the CEO of Tim Hortons was making millions of dollars. And he says, nobody deserves that kind of money. And it was like we were always brought up to think, well, who first of all, who needs all that money? It's just unnecessary, and why shouldn't other people get it too? And the other is, what can we possibly do that would be worth that much money? So it is a belief system you're brought up with, and some people struggle with this. Whenever I think of making a change and increasing my income, that's one of the thoughts that pops into my head. I've started recognizing them. Are you worthy? What makes you think you can make $1 million a year? That sort of thing. And then things come along that smack you down too, that say, yeah, you're not worthy, or it seems like that to you. So you really have to get past that belief system. And a way to do that, some of the steps that you need to do, is actually affirm to yourself every day, I am worthy of success. I deserve success. I deserve to make the money that I want to make, etc. I deserve to weigh what I want to weigh. That sort of thing. Like affirm that every day. That's one of the action steps. And you can do that by, talking to yourself in the mirror. You can do that by writing it down, or even a combination, and concentrate on it, because if you affirm it, it's like you have to change your paradigm. You have to change your beliefs, and that is changing your habits. And if your habitual thought is, and most of us don't even recognize these thoughts, but if your habitual thought is, I'm not worthy, or I don't deserve this, examine where that might have come from, but then change it. Change that belief by repeating to yourself every day that you are worthy and you're deserving of the success that you want. I still do that every day. That makes such a huge difference. So also, in just so you know, that this step takes time. Like, it doesn't take, because you affirm it to yourself once or twice, that it's done. You've really got to create new neural pathways in your brain. Those neural pathways they have to change from I'm unworthy of success to I'm worthy of success. And that doesn't happen overnight. So there's some time that has to happen in this process. Okay? So then number 3 is determine what it feels like when you reach that goal. So if you've got an income goal, say per se, And I don't know, it's $1 million a year, $100,000 a year, whatever the number is, you're going after that number because of how you think it's going to make you feel when you get it. Not because it's a big thrill to have that much money sitting in your bank account, or a big thrill to see the paychecks coming in every month. But what is the feeling? Is it a sense of joy? Is it a sense of contentment? Is it a sense of confidence? Is it a sense of relief? Oh my gosh, I can finally pay all my bills every month. Is it a sense of, love? Are you worthy? Are you excited? Like what feelings do you have? So determine what that feels like, okay? Because that's a huge part of it. And then number 4, go straight to that feeling. Every day, practice that feeling of what it's going to feel like when you hit that goal. So if you are in a state of gratitude, or you're in a state of relief, like you've been there before. You've had these feelings before. So go to that place of feeling. I was talking to my ladies group that I read with every day. And one of the things that I use to get myself in a state of love and gratitude is thinking back to when I was breastfeeding my daughters. Like that was the most, I think, in love I've ever felt in my whole entire life. Like I just was content, and I've never been a person to be content to just sit. I just never, ever. But I would just sit there, and like babies take a long time to eat. And I would just sit there and just love all over these precious little things. And so I try to take myself back to that spot of that feeling of immense gratitude and love. And I just felt like I was on top of the world. And so find that feeling and then go to there often. If you've got a big bonus at the end of the year or something, and you're able to catch up on all your bills, that sense of relief, what'd that feel like? Can you remember what that felt like? Because if you can go there and feel those feelings, that's what's going to help you reinvent yourself and manifest your hopes and your dreams and your goals. It absolutely is. And then number 5 is new habits have to be created. So you've got to decide on those habits. What habits do you need to create to get yourself to that point that you are reinventing yourself and taking action steps and manifesting what you want every day? Maybe that habit is, and this is one of the things that works well for me, is setting up that morning routine where, I have the first thing that I wake up in the morning, I put my earbuds on and I listen to positive affirmations that I've recorded of my own voice saying it to myself. Because I don't always like to walk around the house. My kids are sleeping, my husband's sleeping, my dog wonders if I'm talking to her, saying my stuff out loud. So I record it and I listen to it. And I listen to it over and over and over again. And then I'm fix my breakfast, I'm downstairs and I'm writing in my gratitude journal, and I'm reading with my reading group, and I'm writing out my affirmations, and I'm writing out my goals, and I'm writing out the habits that I want to incorporate so that I'm living my best life, which includes everything from drinking more water to eating more vegetables to exercising more regularly to not snapping at my kids when they leave a mess, all that kind of stuff. Those are the kind of things. And that's a habit. It's been years now that I've had a morning routine where I'm doing that stuff over and over and over again. Meditating and allowing your brain to go to places that you can't go entirely on your own. Like I've talked before about connecting with the universe and getting ideas that are just amazing, that you just can't think up on your own. Different habits like that are so good for you. And then there's evening habits. I try never to fall asleep watching TV. I like my last few moments to be listening to affirmations or audio or a video of something that I'm trying to get ingrained into my psyche, and fall asleep to that, because they say that the window of the mind opens right at that cusp between being awake and falling asleep, and that's where your subconscious mind opens to those suggestions. That's why hypnosis and hypnotherapy and different like stuff like that work, is because they get your brain into that it's called a theta state, in order for you to program yourself in your own brain. So there's so many strategies that you can use and work on yourself to reinvent yourself and manifest whatever you want. And again, if you need my help, because I love helping people with stuff like this, reach out to me at edna@ednakeep.com. And if you're not on my email list yet, leave me your email address, because we have a training class coming up on some of this stuff on Wednesday. Myself and my personal coach that I'm working with. And I love sharing this kind of stuff. And there's a way to work with us more if you guys want to examine it. So have a really, really good Monday. And remember, you are the only one who can change your life. Bye for now.